What's up, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm Star Wars champion Andrew and Nicki Dimalanta.
And I'm Nicki Dimalanta.
3 matches only, so shorter episode this week.
Yeah,
It feels
as
like,
compared to the other ones.
as
Yeah,
compared to all the other ones. Because I think this is the only week out of every month that we, get to
don't have like a pay-per-view of
Yeah.
some sort.
If you hear rustling, it's our dog. She decided to be in here
She
with
decided
us.
she wanted to be in here this time.
She might get kicked out in the next 2 minutes, but we'll see what happens.
She might be. I don't know.
Screw it, we'll do it live.
I like having her in here though.
All right,
It's very cute.
She'll stay in here for now until she starts interrupting the conversation. But yeah, only 3 matches. And I think there was no big news besides
It's been a weird week.
It has, yeah.
This has been a weird week. So if there is any big news,
We
don't know about it.
We missed it.
So
So
don't worry about it. It's been a weird
everybody's
week.
fine here. We're all fine now. Here,
Now
thank
we
you.
are. Everybody's good now.
How are you?
How are you?
So let's go ahead and get into the matches because again, we don't know if there's any big news that dropped. I feel like there was, but I don't know if. Oh wait, no, there was that one thing you wanted to talk about with. But we'll get into it with the match.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If there was big news, sorry, we don't know it. I'm sure we'll figure it out. I mean, I think Christian said something on SEN this week about next season, the channels being different, and next season being drastically different. And he mentioned like Anarchy and the Nuke and stuff like that, or referenced them or whatever,
Mixing things up. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what's going on. It's been a bad week in the Dimalanta household. Let's be honest.
it was a rough week for us.
Week.
Very rough week.
I got hospitalized for a day overnight
for dehydration.
If you can see my sweet bruises that are still going away from a nurse digging around in my arm trying to give me an IV or something, or maybe they were just practicing. I don't know.
Caught a 24-hour stomach virus.
Oh, I caught something bad, and I was very dehydrated.
Lost a lot of water. Had to go to the hospital. I mean,
oh boy, it was bad. So yeah, I was in the hospital overnight, and so we don't know what happened if there's any big news. So
that's why.
That's why.
All right, give me 1 second. And we're back.
Dog got kicked out already. So,
not even 5 minutes into the show, she had to get kicked out because she couldn't keep it cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, if there's any big news, forgive us. That's why we're not aware. And I'm just very tired. It's been a harrowing
fine now. She's fine now.
I'm good now, but it's been a harrowing week.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into the first match.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
As of today's recording.
It didn't happen on Father's Day. It happened on last Monday.
But happy birthday to you.
Yeah, man. 2 days before my birthday, I'm
just like, bam, hospital.
Bam, ambulance ride to the hospital for the first time ever.
Happy birthday. Here's a sick
Happy
hospital bill.
birthday. Let me take 10 million gallons of your blood to test. It was rough.
Give you a corona scare because it could be corona.
Oh yeah, I had to get tested for that too. That was the first time I ever got tested for corona. Scratched my brain. Luckily, they only did one nostril.
Oh yeah.
I thought they had to do 2. Maybe it was because it was in a hospital. They only had to do 1. I don't know.
I remember my brother had to do the corona test on himself, and he remembered the instructions like, all right, push it in. If you feel resistance, keep going. It's like, what?
I don't know that I'd be able to do that to myself.
I could not do that to myself.
I don't know.
No.
The nurse that did it to me, he was very kind. His name was Raymond, and he was wonderful.
Did you have a nurse named Jamelia too?
I had a transporter named Jamelia, and I was like, I like your name, but I'm afraid to tell you why. But yeah, luckily that's over, and I'm home, and I'm happy to be home.
Yeah.
First match. We have an IG match. We have Saul from the Den versus Greg Idris Alba from the Mercs.
Saul gets sick on both of the Real Rejects.
Yes, that is true. We'll see how it goes. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen these matches, maybe we come back later or whatever. As per usual. Round 1. Saul missed a question about an opening crawl in Star Wars. What was it, A New Hope or something? I forget which one it was or what line it was.
Can't remember.
But it was an opening crawl question. Greg managed to get it.
Yeah.
Greg missed the question about Batman.
Had nothing to do with that, by the way. I don't.
Yeah, no.
I've only said 2 words to Greg.
Greg missed the question about Batman, Harry Potter, and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So by the end of round 1, I mean, could have been worse.
Yeah.
So by the end of round 1, it was 7-9 in favor of Saul.
Yeah.
He's doing
good. He's keeping up with Saul.
He's keeping pace, especially when some of the things were kind of shaky, and he was like, "I think it's this,"
Yeah.
and it was.
Yeah.
So
he's
considering how he was answering, how he sounded when he was answering, he was keeping pace.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes luck has a lot to do with it. Guessing, educated guesses. I mean, ask Stacey Howard and Josh McCouga. That's how they made their names off of guessing answers.
Exactly. Round 2. Saul goes first. He gets spinner's choice. He decides to take Batman. He goes to multiple choice one time, very angry about it.
Yeah, because he wanted to go perfect.
And but he got it right. But yeah, he was quite honest, obviously.
Yeah,
very
I think he absolutely knew the answer. Just wanted to play it safe.
Yeah, and as soon as he heard the answer, he was like,
should have went for
damn
it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's probably happened to most everybody.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like he ruined a perfect game anyway. He did miss a question in round 1, but I get it. You want to be as close to perfect as you can.
Yeah.
I get it. Especially Saul takes it very, very seriously. I get it.
Yeah.
Greg goes. He spins graphic novels, decides to spin away from it, and then he gets Jurassic Park. He has 2 big 2-point misses.
Yeah.
And both were stolen, so that's rough. And then multiple choice on the last question, and he missed it. There was no need for a steal to happen, because with that, 9-22, Saul gets not just a TKO.
A KO.
He gets a full-blown KO.
So the negative and the plus.
A -1 to the Mercs, an extra +1 to the Den. So that's rough. He definitely put away both real rejects. You know, it's rough, but
it sucks.
At the same time, Saul's looking strong. You know?
Yeah, he's a good competitor. He takes it very seriously, and
he takes it incredibly seriously. This match has opened up a lot of discussion.
Yeah, I think both of Greg's matches have opened up a window for like just very heated discussions between certain types of fans and competitors alike. And
I get it. I read a couple things that people were saying online and whatever. I get it. I can understand. I pride myself on trying to see all sides
of
an argument, or at least 2 sides of an argument, you know?
Yeah.
And I get it. Just to keep it, I try to keep it brief. I know that there are some people that are like, they're not crazy about the fact that he's saying like,
I don't care.
I don't really care that much. And other people care more. I got bigger and better things going on. My YouTube channel gets X amount of views and subscribers, which is fantastic.
And he's doing really well on YouTube.
Great
He says he was trending 3 times out of three times this last month. And
that's like, wonderful.
That's better than us.
That's great.
We barely get any attention other than the Schmoedown fans and the Schmoedown community. So
that's fantastic for him. And if you're a fan, you should be happy that they're being successful outside of the Schmoedown. But I know that there were people that weren't really excited about the fact that he was being so blunt about this isn't a priority for me kind of thing. And I do have other things going on, and no, I didn't prepare for this. And it's not a big deal to me. I don't care if I lose. I don't care if I win. It's just a fun thing I do.
Yeah.
People I know there were some people saying like, hey, that's kind of a slap in the face to the fans, you know,
that pay for it as
fans
a service.
that are part of the Patreon. And, you know, to tell us that you don't care, but we monetarily support. It's kind of a slap in the face. I get it.
I get your frustrations, but
I get what you're saying. But
fans only get to see one side of it. There's so much behind the scenes and so much that we have to deal with as competitors that fans almost never get to see. Yeah, there's frustrations within certain things with the fan base and all that other stuff that we get compensated for our time. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean. We get compensated for showing up on the matches and being part of the show, but it is not nearly enough to be a career. If the Schmoedown if Schmoedown paid enough to be
pay my bills,
and be a viable source of income, say goodbye to all this videography stuff, because I'll compete in the Schmoedown every single year.
I would be fully employed in it too.
I would be
some
fully
capacity.
employed by it, but we don't. It doesn't pay the bills.
And that's no knock on the Schmoedown.
No,
that's just because that's the nature of the way it is right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day it does grow to where it could be something more like that.
The only reason I say that is because you forget that there's people behind these talents, behind the show. It's a show, and Greg is a part of that old guard where it was like, all right, let's just show up and answer questions.
Just a bunch
and
of friends.
Fun. Just a bunch of friends answering fun trivia questions. And the game evolves over the years, and he sticks to the way he handled things when it first started. Yeah. And the game has evolved past his strategy as a competitor, and he fully admits, like, I'm here to have fun.
Exactly.
And we've talked about this so many times that it's like you need talent like Greg Alba and the Real Rejects, because if it was like if every match was like a Dimalanta Damon every single week, it would get exhausting.
Yeah, could you imagine if every single match was like the intensity of like a, and when I name any of these names, it's not a knock to them. I'm just highlighting the fact that they have intense personalities, you know? Could you imagine if every match was as like intense as like a Damon Dimalanta 7 questions deep in overtime? Every match was like a Kevin Smets coming out, you know, super intense, you know, that like, I don't know, like, it's not like dark energy, but it's just that
intense, intense drive, you know, just to win.
Like a fired up Kalinowski, a fired up Roca, like not joking around, like locked in.
I take this incredibly seriously. I've been preparing so long for this. Yeah.
Could you imagine if every single match was like that? Sounds cool at first, but I imagine it would get exhausting. You need levity. You need to have like balance in the force. You need to have these intense matches, but you also need to have these lighthearted matches with people that maybe don't spend a lot of their time studying, and they're more for the entertainment purpose. And the other thing is, I don't think that people are really taking the whole big picture into consideration if you're complaining about Greg Alba saying he doesn't care. Greg Alba is one person
one competitor
in the Schmoedown that is made of how many people?
100,
I would like to say, I mean, I don't know if hundreds is too much.
I think it's
probably
around,
too much.
It's around 100
but
competitors.
Like when you take into consideration competitors, cast, not cast, like crew members, you know, the announcers, everybody, Jen and Steph, the people that do all the after interviews and all that kind of stuff.
Then you got the editors.
Parts and technical crew, you know, all the people behind the scenes. There's a lot of people, and you're worried about one person saying that this isn't a big deal to them. I feel like you need to shift your focus, and there's no. If he doesn't care, do you enjoy watching him on screen?
I do.
And if you don't watch his matches. He's not going to care about that either.
At the end of the day, it's still a show. It needs to be entertaining. It needs to be fun. Otherwise, people that are coming into it will be like, why are you watching this? These people are so serious about movie trivia.
Yeah, they're yelling at each other and mean mugging each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like by and large, if you did a poll, hey everybody, Greg Alba, fun or no? I feel like the majority of fans are going to be like, yeah, we love Greg Alba.
Yeah. And that's why he's being asked back to the show, because people like his personality. And
the really sad thing is that people are going to critique his matches like they're going to critique a Roca or a Kalinowski. Everybody's so critical. There's so many of these shows where we, you know, pick apart people's things, and there's going to be people that go a little harder with their critiques and maybe aren't very gentle with their words. And guess what? Competitors are going to hear it. You know, if they're on social media, they're going to hear it. This isn't the NFL where Tom Brady's never going to see your tweet. This is the Schmoedown, very tight-knit, small community where you can literally tag somebody in a post and they're going to see it as long as they look at their notifications. But it's like I said before, you know Greg Alba. You know why you like him.
Yeah, you know exactly why he's there.
You know the kind of competitor he is. And he knows he's very self-aware of the kind of competitor he is. Why are you going to worry that Greg Alba's not like, oh, he's really obviously not hitting the books?
He's not going for that title. Are you kidding me? Why are you in there? It's like it's have fun.
Do you enjoy watching him? Because guess what? You might think that you saying that one little thing, wow, Greg really sucked in that match. Can you imagine being Greg and hearing that, I don't know, 50 times every time you compete? It's got to be grating after a while.
It gets tiring.
And you love to see Greg. And guess what? Greg's not going to love to come on camera anymore because every time he does it, he gets all this crap.
Yeah. And there's that one comment that Jen made. I was like,
that was a bit much.
That was a little much. You didn't need to go there.
The thing about the Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the Jurassic Park. It's like,
I forget what the Disneyland ride or Universal ride or something like that.
Yeah, it was the ride. It was a Pirates ride.
Yeah.
Because I did the exact same thing he did. Oh, yeah, it's a small world.
I didn't know it.
Nope.
I said Splash Mountain. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't even remember what the theme park was.
It was a line from the movie.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they
T-Rex
said what kind
out.
of theme park it was, like Disney or something.
No, it was what ride from Disney does he reference in the line or something like that.
I don't know. Yeah, I said Splash Mountain.
But yeah, I mean, it's like it ends up being a lot at the end of the day. And like, speaking from personal experience,
it's a lot.
You shouldn't go on and read the comments.
No, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
But
you shouldn't be listening to all that things and stuff. But we're all human. I've slipped into Facebook every once in a while. I've slipped into YouTube after shows and see what they're saying.
And you should
I'm
not.
human, and I shouldn't. But there are times where it's like, I just want to see what they're saying about the match. And I did that a lot last season, and it's
I think that was it's not a good thing to do.
It's not a good thing to do, and it does get a lot to handle. And it's a big reason why certain competitors aren't in the Schmoedown anymore.
And that's the thing is like the more garbage people take, the more they might be like, never mind, I'm good. I'm going to retire.
I have much, like Greg said, he's got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
I like making a living off of a very successful YouTube channel at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Do you really think Greg's worried about going for the IG belt?
No.
Just let the man have fun. You don't need to critique him. Critique Saul. Look at how strong, like how like into it he is. That kind of competitor, sure.
Yeah, and
as long as you're respectful.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, somebody like Saul, yeah, he takes it really seriously. Yeah, man, talk about his gameplay. Greg Alba, I don't think he's worried about the belt. Like, just be aware of
read between the lines. Yeah, read the room, read between the lines. Like, all right, this competitor, I know exactly what kind of competitor they are.
Do you think Josh McCougar was worried about going for a belt? Yeah. But did we all love watching him?
Just overall, when you do talk about these matches and you talk about the competitors, just remember there's a face, there's a person behind that persona.
That's why whenever we talk about someone, anybody on this show, I try my best to not say something that I
wouldn't say to their face. Or I say it assuming that there is a chance that they're going to watch this, even though I know they're probably not going to. But that's the rule I give myself. Yeah. Would I be okay if that competitor listened to what I'm saying right now? And I'd like to think that I do an okay job, and we do an okay job. We try to, yeah.
Because it's on YouTube. Yeah. There is a chance. Somebody could tweet them and be like, look what this jackrabbit said about you.
Yeah, it's not only the chance that they're most likely hear us talking about them, there's a big chance that we might meet all these people
if we haven't already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want to, like, burn a bridge before we even met the person.
Exactly.
So,
but yeah, it was an interesting, interesting back and forths to read, I feel bad for Greg.
Yeah, I know.
Because he, like you said, he's part of the old guard, and it's got to be grating after a while, especially when he's like, "No, I didn't study," and then to have people like harp on it.
Yeah, and Christian's like, "Come on, man, keep coming back to it," and it's like,
he's like, "I don't know that."
Wayne's like, do I really want to go through that again? All the comments, all the ridicule, and when I just want to show up on camera and have a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a conversation I think we'll have again down the road.
Probably at some point.
With some other
not necessarily even with him.
Yeah. Because there's other competitors that they're more character than knowledge.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's bottom line, people suck sometimes. And it sucks to get knocked out. It sucks to not perform well.
I mean, yes, it's true people suck sometimes, but it's also very, very true that people sometimes don't think about what they say sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say.
You don't really think about the effect of what
people suck.
Well, that is also very true. But sometimes people, they might not suck, but they just aren't thinking about what they're saying. Yeah. But also people do suck. That's the truth. The next match, we have a singles match between Downtown Griffey Nooms of the Finstock Exchange versus Jacoby the Dealbreaker Bancroft of the Stars.
Two very, very strong rookies.
Oh, yes. Both won their first matches.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Griffey beat Hoik.
Yep.
And Jacoby beat Jacob London.
In a tight match, too. So.
Yeah. And they both did very well in the free-for-all.
Oh, yeah.
And very, very exciting. The very exciting thing about this match was to see Mr. Kenneth Knapsack on the desk.
Yeah, that's right. I love seeing Ken on the desk.
I was tickled pink to see that man on the desk. Very exciting to see him. It's just hearing Ken's voice.
3 rounds to a finish.
It's like a warm blanket on a cold day. It's great. Anyways, round 1.
Good People Association.
Oh, Good People Association and the afternoons when they get to it. The afternoons is back. Love it.
Love it.
Very comforting to listen to that podcast. Round 1, they both got perfect rounds. And they both got the bonus, 9-9.
Fantastic.
Ooh, it's exactly what we were hoping it would be.
Yes.
Round 2, Jacoby goes first. He spins away from disaster films and gets animated. Multiple choice, one time, missed it. It got stolen.
Big steal.
Big steal. Yeah. Griff goes next. He spins disaster films, decides to stick with it. Perfect round 2.
Ooh.
15-18. Griffey Nooms.
Griffey Nooms.
Round 3. Oh, I took a note here.
That's right. We replayed this several times.
I replayed this so many times that I'm shocked I don't have it memorized word for word.
This tickled us so hard.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious, this moment. I want to nominate this for moment of the year. Not for gameplay alone, just for pure character work, line of the year, whatever. However we can get this an award or nomination, please.
It was just Roxy said something about, that saying first is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the hairy chest. And Griffey Nooms was like, I always heard that it was third's the one with the diarrhea chest. And I was like, what?
I think everybody was like, what?
Excuse me? And it kind of like passed. The moment kind of passed.
It's like a fleeting thing.
And then like after round 2, when everyone's talking to their managers, Jacoby's talking to Roxy and Roxy says something about, I'm still trying to figure out what a diarrhea chest is. And then when Griffey Nooms comes back on the feed, he was like, it's pretty intuitive. And he goes on this big like this like not too long but a good rant about like it's a chest, not like a treasure chest, and it's just filled to the brim with diarrhea. And he thought it was pretty intuitive what it was, and I died. We played it back so many times.
It's not so much what it said, it's just how he says it. His delivery and his charisma is off the charts. I really hope he stays a part of the Schmoedown for a while, because he fits so well into the little like character nook that he's made for himself.
Oh my God.
And he's got the knowledge to back it up too. So it's like
exactly.
It's effortless.
His charisma is effortless. Yeah. The gameplay seems to be pretty effortless. I'm pretty sure if he sticks around in the Schmoedown, whether he stays with the Exchange or I think I'm just going to always be a Griffey Nooms fan, no matter where he is or what he's doing.
There's something else he said in the post match too that it was pretty funny. But
I don't remember that.
It was pretty funny.
You're gonna have to bring that up yourself. Anyways, round 3, 2-pointer for Jacoby. Comedy. Amy Heckerling made her directorial debut with this 1982 high school comedy written by Cameron Crowe and featuring performances by Phoebe Cates and Sean Penn. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He got it. 3-pointer for Jacoby. Westerns. In 2017's Hostiles, who plays Sergeant Thomas Willis, a criminal who Christian Bale is escorting north? Ben Foster. He missed it.
I think he confused it with the Native American that was in there.
And also because I looked it up because I couldn't stand the wait.
Yeah.
Because I think he used a JTE or two. And I think they might have confused the names. I think it was Philip Willis, not Thomas Willis. But
regardless, he said the wrong name anyways.
He said a completely different character, so it didn't really matter. So we stick with Jacoby for the 5-pointer because it's TKO town here.
Yeah.
5-pointer for Jacoby. Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks have collaborated a total of 5 times. What was their third film they did together? Holy crap! What a question. He used his board very, very well.
The remainder of his JTEs, I think.
I think he had one or two.
He had one left because he was like, I don't want to keep wasting time. Let me just go for it.
Yeah. And I don't know, deductive reasoning, I don't know. The Terminal, he got it. Holy crap. TKO avoided.
Fantastic movie. I love that movie.
Never seen it. 2-pointer for Griff. New releases. Which actress plays the lead role of Nora Price in the film Underwater? K-Stu. Kristen Stewart. Got it. 3-pointer for Griffey Nooms. Disaster movies. Wow, funny again. How. Who plays Dr. Jonas Miller, Bill Paxton's rival Storm Chaser in Twister? Carrie Elwes. Got it. And with that, 22-23 in favor of Griff in the Finstock Exchange.
Good match.
Great match.
Nice tight match. Very
scary at the end.
A little scary at the end. Jacoby misses his 3. But pulls out a massive pull in the 5. That was because when you he's like, oh man, it's either one of these two, and for some reason this one's speaking to me.
Yeah.
Terminal gets it. That's like one of the best feelings.
Oh man.
So just go for it and win on it,
and especially,
or not win on it, but get it.
You know that there's a good chance he's gonna win, but at least you're like, at least I avoided the TK.
Yeah. Get the -1 off the board.
That had to have been a relief for sure.
Yeah.
But man, I can't say enough about Griffey Nooms. I really
He's rapidly becoming one of your favorite competitors.
Oh, he is rapidly becoming one of my favorite competitors.
He's got really expressive eyebrows.
Oh my god! It's everything. It's the pink gloves with fingertips. It's the glasses with the eyebrows that come peeking out every so often. It's the when Mark said it was comedies and he gave his big laugh, I was like, wow, top notch acting. The beanie, the green screen behind. It's everything. What a competitor. So, yeah, no, I'm excited to see what he does. I'm excited to see him. I'm assuming we're going to see him in a singles tournament at some point.
And this is what he's 2-0 now.
Yeah.
So now he has to get past. Like he didn't face I think he's the only rookie out of the singles competitors, I believe. You'll correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. To not go up against another rookie.
In his first match.
In his first match, he went up against Hoik.
Right.
And it's like, wow, I get that guy.
Yeah, because Hoik's no pushover.
Yeah, didn't he miss one question in the horror free for all? What?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's looking really good. And like, so I'm excited to see who he plays next because
me too.
That gameplay that he put on, that match that he put on, it will take down half of the Schmoedown roster.
It was a solid performance.
He's looking really good.
Well, because he didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
perfect round one, perfect round two.
I think this is a second straight perfect match that he's played.
I didn't have to answer his 5, but hey, man, I'll take it. You know,
if you can win without answering your 5,
you can avoid a 5. Good job.
But but not only knowledge, but the character where he fits so well, not just on the exchange, but in the Schmoedown in general. Like I feel like when rookies come in with that kind of personality, as my phone goes off. Sorry.
It's so popular.
As my phone, it's probably Father's Day wishes.
Happy Father's Day.
Hey, but so many rookies comes in with personalities like him that it becomes sort of like either too much or a carbon copy of another character that we saw a previous season. Mm-hmm. He seems to have found, like, within 2 matches, it's like he's his own character. Again, his charisma is almost effortless. And like so much as like when Jen was interviewing him, it was like, oh, I want, because Jen was like, oh, maybe, you know, the live event's going to be in New York. The first one back since, you know, Corona was a thing. And he's like, oh, maybe you'll be a part of it. It's like, hey, I want to take all my opponents down to, if it's below 14th or something like that, yeah. And then Jen corrects him. He's like, well, not so much. And, you know what I'm saying? He's so quick with it that he just slips right into it so quickly. It's so good. I like seeing this out of rookies of like already established in both competitor and character wise, and it's like you're made for the Schmoedown.
Yeah, you just fit right in. You don't even feel like a rookie.
Like,
you know,
it took me a while to get into not competitive, but like finding my way as an entertainer and as a personality, because it was very hard, especially when you only played 1 match a year.
Yeah.
So, and he's only 2 matches in. He's like, yep, this is me.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Can't say enough. And Jacoby's
the same way too.
Same way. Mm-hmm. He has a different energy to him. He has a bit more of a like
a little on the quirky. He would fit
I'm excited to be here kind of thing.
He would fit really well in the Quirky Works. Both of these guys would fit really well in the Quirky Works.
Jacoby, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Griff would fit, and they'd find a way to fit him on there because he's got that kind of quirky energy to him.
Yeah.
So, but like, I think he fits really well. I think Nooms would be someone you could put on any faction.
I think he could adapt. Really,
he can adapt really quickly. But but like, Jacoby is someone. It's like, okay, stars, sure, but his energy. I can
see him on the Mercs.
His energy just screams Mercs to me. But you know, you get the hand you're dealt with. He's with the stars, and he's doing well. It's just
yeah, he ran into
a wall with.
He ran downtown where you shouldn't go.
Got stuck in the bad part of downtown.
Got a little diarrhea chest.
Filled to the brim.
Filled to the brim. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Sounds
great match though. Great match.
Like a hazard of some sort. Moving on to the next and final match of the week. Mm-hmm. We have. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh my God. I just got so tired. We have the delinquent, Lon Harris of Swag versus the Cobra, Chance Ellison. I'm still waiting for the day they spell it with a K. Waiting.
Why haven't they?
Why?
Come on.
Why?
It's right there in front of you.
Why? It makes sense.
It's right there.
Corruption with a K. You got Mike Killer Kalinowski. Just makes sense. But who am I? Round 1. They both got a perfect round.
Oof.
However, Chance got the bonus and Lon missed it. 8-9 in favor of Chance. Round 2. Chance goes. He spins Eddie Murphy. Decides to stick with it. Perfect round 2. Holy crap. Lon goes.
He spins Eddie Murphy first.
No. He spins away from DreamWorks.
Oh, that's right.
No. Yeah, I think he spins Eddie Murphy and he has to spin again.
Yeah. I like that comment. It's like, oh, the answer is.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he referenced like
one of the questions.
One of the other questions. I forget what it was. Yeah, that definitely got a hearty chuckle out of me. I watched that a couple times too. I forgot about that. But once he has to spin away from Eddie Murphy, he gets DreamWorks. Animation spins away. Schmoedown gods say, no, son. You're doing DreamWorks animation. He gets it again. Big old 2-point miss. Uh-oh. It got stolen. Goes to multiple choice one time. Missed. It got stolen. So all of a sudden, it's an 8-point game. We are in TKO Town.
TKO Town.
12-20 in favor of Chance. Round 3. 2-pointer for Lon. Action adventure. Which character is the Terminator sent to kill in 1984's The Terminator? Sarah Connor. She had a kid and he didn't like it. I think that's what they
Even
said.
though in the latest Terminator, John Connor just gets straight up shotgun. Spoiler, he gets shotgun.
Oh, God. I was going to. No.
I didn't see it. I just heard about it. I'm like, really? Well, really? Within the first 5 minutes of the film, he gets shot in the chest, and it's like
John Connor.
Yep.
Well, now I don't have to even watch
it's like, it. Movie over, mission accomplished. It's like it took him 4 or 5 movies to finally off the kid.
Terminator did it.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger did it.
Yeah, because
I thought they were bros.
No, because they sent back another one.
Another Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Another Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the kid trusted him. Like, oh look, he's back, and yeah. And apparently the kid, Sean Connery, that version of him, not the because obviously the actor's too old now,
right,
to be that. So they completely CG'd him apparently, and I heard it looked really good. I haven't seen the film.
Well, I was gonna watch it, and now I guess I can just save my time.
Spoiler alert: time will find a way. If you tend to mess with time, time messes back, and I guess like there's new generals that rise to the ranks in the future, and now they have to send back another one to take care of the generals or something. I don't know. I heard the movie's all right.
That sounds confusing.
Time travel.
You start opening up all these parallel universes.
Just stop after T2. They stopped Judgment Day.
T2, the Mighty Ducks. Emilio. Anytime someone says T2, I think of the Mighty Ducks. I haven't even seen the Mighty Ducks.
You've seen Terminator 2 though, right?
Which one is that? He's naked at the beginning.
He's naked at the beginning of all of them.
Cop hair, knife hands.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that.
Thank God. It's my favorite one.
Yeah. The T-1000, because my parents have a certain kind of piece of furniture in their house that for some reason they named it the T-1000. I forget why. But it's just a fun piece of trivia. But knife hands, cop hair, liquid cop.
Get out.
Seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened in the first one. Naked at the beginning.
Yeah. Sarah Connor.
The one where she's on a fence and fire.
That's 2.
Oh.
I've only seen Terminator 1 like 3 times.
Thumb in lava.
That's T2.
Uh-oh. Maybe I haven't seen the first one.
You probably haven't seen the first one because the first one, Sarah Connor's this hopeless waitress, and Kyle Reese comes back.
That's the kid. Oh, wait. I don't know.
Kyle Reese is the dad.
I was going to say Kyle Reese is that John Connor.
No, Kyle Reese is John Connor's dad, but he gets born before his dad because his dad is from the future. And his dad fell in love with his mom because he had a picture. So he volunteered to go back, and they ended up, getting busy. And that's how John Connor gets born. Time travel.
I've been too dehydrated this week to even follow that. I fell asleep for a minute.
I like the first Terminator. It's a very unique sci-fi horror film. But then T2 just completely is like, nope, we're an action franchise, and that's what everybody loves. So,
yeah, maybe I haven't seen the first one.
And when you think of, I think, when was the T2 released? In the 80s?
Who knows?
Comments will...
Paging Ben Bateman. Paging Scott Mance.
T2 is like the quintessential like action film of that time period. Like, ridiculous. Not ridiculous, but like, the height of Arnold's action film resume was. So yeah, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
I think I have that on Blu-ray somewhere. Is that here? Yeah,
probably.
It's in here somewhere. I'm looking at my Blade Runner 2049. Still in its wrapper.
Physical media, am I right, ladies?
Hey, Disney Plus went down this week, and I have to watch Star Wars somehow.
Yeah, what's that about? Thanks, Loki. 3-pointer for Lon. Martial arts. Jet Li stars in what 2006 film directed by Ronnie Yu about Huo Yanjia?
Oh, yeah.
A Chinese martial artist who challenged foreign fighters in highly publicized events.
Love this movie.
Fearless.
Could not think of the name for the life of me for some reason.
He did miss it. And with that, in a stunning turn of events, 14-20 in favor of Chance with a TKO.
Oh, Jesus.
My stars.
It seems like a repeat of last season, folks. Like corruption just keeps building steam.
I'm telling you.
Climbing the ranks.
I'm telling you, people forget so quickly,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Swag seems to be in trouble right now, but
right now means nothing.
Right now means nothing. They have a title match coming up in Collision. They have a title shot in their pocket with Paulo Yama, so things could switch really quickly.
They've got Paulo Yama.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, things can really switch up because we're only halfway through the season. We still have a lot of seasons to go. There's so many matches per week. They're getting back to the studio, I heard, at some point.
Probably.
Hopefully. But yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Come on, we're getting to the point where we're going to see live events come back.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Very exciting. So the not
This
only
season,
the dynamic
hopefully.
can switch, it's just when I say dynamic, it means all these people that have been thriving in the digital format, when they start flying you out for studio matches, it's going to be hard to switch your headspace because like, I've never competed in the studio before.
Well, I've never had to. Well, for people that aren't LA based, yeah, now I got to worry about getting a flight. I got to worry about getting there on time, getting to my hotel. Got to worry about studying on the way, and finding the studio. Not getting lost or whatever. And then you got to worry about like, oh shoot, people are looking at me now. Not even through a camera, like people. There's people sitting in front of me, more than one. So yeah, there's a lot of different factors.
It's a different feeling.
And I think there's some competitors that it's going to be like nothing.
Whatever.
Like Griffey Nooms. I think he's probably going to do even better when he's got people to play off of.
Yeah, he seems like a person that thrives off of like attention and not attention, but like energy.
Exactly, like an Andrew guy kind of guy. You know, I feed off the energy of the people around me. A guy.
Oh.
And it will be interesting to see how some, not even rookies, because there are some people that aren't necessarily rookies that have not played in a live match, right?
Yeah. Adam Collins has yet to appear in a studio or a live setting.
Yeah, so there's some people in the later part of last year that have never competed in a studio match that, blah, blah, blah. So it will be interesting to see how some people fare. It might not affect them at all. It might throw them for a little bit of a loop. So it will be interesting to see what happens. And I'm also interested that are there some veterans that
got a little comfortable in the digital age, yeah.
Well, maybe not even that. Maybe the digital age kind of made them feel like, I'm not vibing. And maybe once they get back in the studio, they're like, ooh, I'm going to start picking up steam again because this is where I live. So it's going to be interesting to see how it affects people's games.
Something like that, I think, is like Paul Preston.
Yeah, he probably
thrives off of an audience.
Yeah.
So maybe that might help him a bit to get back into the studio and back seeing faces and because he makes jokes sometimes that like, you're making jokes to a camera. Like you're the only person in the room. That's not the same. Yeah,
you make a joke in the studio and people are gonna laugh. You make a joke here, and if the 3 people on the call with you don't think it's funny, you can be like, well, that didn't work. So yeah, it's gonna be a whole different dynamic for a lot of people.
Yeah, there's gonna be some changes that people are gonna have to adjust to coming up in the latter half of the season. So things can switch up. Like the dungeon can crumble at the end of the season, or they can continue to just crank out these wins.
Or they could start moving faster. Who knows?
Same with corruption or anybody at the top of the leaderboards right now. Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you can start in last place and then careen to the start by the end of the season, to think that anybody's won it right now is so
silly.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's silly.
So
because we were saying this last season, it's like don't count your, don't cry victory just yet, kids.
Yeah, Dungeon might win. They might.
They could.
To think to absolutely be like, oh no, absolutely, they have it in the bag. Look, they're leading right now. That's just kind of foolish.
That's what the exchange said last season. It's like, look how far ahead we are, everybody.
And then
tournaments start happening, losses start racking up, and you just can't recover. So.
Corruption starts playing.
Yeah, corruption starts playing more.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. So that was this week's matches. Really good matches, some entertaining ones. But next week we have back to another five match week.
Let's see what we got.
I believe
Wednesday, June 23rd. We have Frankie, the animal, if I'm not mistaken, Alvarez of the Usual Suspects versus Jessica, the sleeper?
I believe sleeper.
Schloth of the Den in a singles match. Then on Thursday, June 24th, we have the Tyrant, Ty Lieberman of the Finstock Exchange versus Josh. Definitely don't remember your nickname, Horowitz.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Of the Quirky Murky.
Yeah, that's right. Because both like
Lieberman, Horowitz.
Lieberman was really good, but Horowitz was surprisingly good. Like everybody expects him to be like, oh yeah,
just whatever, celebrity match, whatever.
Yeah, he talks to celebrities all day long, whatever. But it's like, no, he knows his stuff. He's sneaky good.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'll fully expect this one to be a good one.
And then Friday the 25th, a singles match. Wait, it says Moose Haas of the Finstock Exchange versus Amaru Moses of the Finstock Exchange. That ain't right.
That's probably an IG match.
But it says singles. It's got to be IG, and Amaru is also not on the Finstock Exchange. Amaru is on the Usual Suspects. So on Friday the 25th, we have Moose of the Finstock Exchange going up against Amaru Moses of the Usual Suspects.
Oh, you did it yourself. Somebody call Grace.
I'm reading it. My brain is still not working in what I can only assume is an IG match. Then we also on Friday the 25th have a Battlefield.
Pay-per-view.
Is it?
It should be 2, right? Battlefield's usually 2 matches. Versus the only one that has 1 match or something.
Maybe if something is pending announcement, because the only thing that I'm seeing here at the moment is Ben Bateman of the Dungeon versus Ben, the boss Bateman of the Dungeon versus Ethan Big Time Irwin of the Usual Suspects in a Battlefield singles #1 contender match.
Yeah, maybe this one's just 1, because I remember versus was the debut versus was
1 match.
1 match, but then the next one was 2 matches.
I don't know.
So maybe I think they're just like rotating in like which ones are 1 match and 2. I don't know. I don't run things, people.
That's what it says.
Talk to
Check
Grace.
the site for updates and stuff, because I don't know. Maybe it's 1 match, maybe it's not. I don't know. Check the site.
See, do your own homework.
I'm scrolling to the bottom of the page, doing my homework, making sure I see everything. That's the end of June. The end of June? Jeez. What is happening? What is time? Anyways.
Never seem to have enough of it. I want to do so many things.
Yes.
Supposed to mow the lawn this weekend. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then Father's Day hit. It's like,
right. I don't want to do anything.
Father's Day?
I'm not doing yard work, not after the week I had.
So I hired somebody to do it for me.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah, they're going to come tomorrow.
Oh, dang.
They're coming this coming week.
Oh, dang.
So
okay. Well,
it's a gig economy, people. Why am I going to do something myself when you could pay somebody to do it for you?
Oh, I heard that. Can't fight that logic.
And it's affordable. What am I going to just do it myself?
I mean, I'd do it for free, but not after this week.
No, that was the big reason why I did it. It's like, it's Father's Day. We had a rough week.
Yeah.
Let's treat ourselves. I can cancel it at any time. So,
word.
Boom. It's a gig economy.
It is. That it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, nice little, not really short episode this week. Only like 45 minutes at work worth of stuff.
Well, what are you going to do? 2 of the matches ended in a TKO and a KO, so they didn't quite go the distance.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Not a whole lot to talk about, but...
What are you going to do about it? Wait.
Did they all end in TKO? They did.
Did they all? Because Saul...
No. Jacoby and
Jacoby Griffin didn't.
Griffin didn't.
Okay. Whoa.
We just talked about it. That's where our heads are at. We're so full of Star Wars, it pushes everything out. It's like, like in Scrubs, like... brain space.
Yeah, no.
Miracle on Ice. Gone.
Yeah. I also just need to sleep. I got 3 hours of sleep in the hospital that night.
Yeah.
I was up until 3 or 4 in the morning having blood drawn. And having a nurse come in. Her name is Victoria. Sweet as pie. She was so nice. And I was like, Victoria, I love you. And she's like, girl, wait until I take all this blood from you and then tell me what you think.
Was she,
what do you think about me?
Was she good at phlebotomy at least?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she only
because I remember the last couple times you got your blood drawn, and that was not pretty. Remember that one time you passed out in it was a clinic. It wasn't like a hospital.
They were very not good at what they were doing.
Yeah.
No, she was great. She didn't do this to me. That was somebody else.
Was that the EMT?
No.
Or the paramedic? EMTs are not allowed to puncture skin. Paramedics are.
No, the EMT gave me throw-up medicine here.
Yeah, wow.
No, this was a nurse.
Oh.
You were in the room when they did this. They were digging in my arm.
Oh, was it the male nurse?
Yeah.
The nurse?
The nurse.
Not crapping on nurses. I mean,
the IV was already in this
smarter
arm.
people
and
than
then
I
he
am.
just put a needle in here, was just like, let me dig around. And then never even put anything in it, and then just bandaged it up.
Maybe
and
just for quick access for like the blood drawn. Maybe that's what she came in. She just plugged in and... That's usually how it happens. I've been in the hospital twice.
He dug around in here
dehydration.
and then put a bandage on it and called it a friggin' day.
Yeah, so
they never touched it again.
They never touched it again, even to draw blood?
No, she drew blood from here and yeah, no, they never touched that again. She never went there.
That's
because she saw that and went, oh no, I can't believe they did that to you.
Also, she didn't use it.
No.
So I'm guaranteed that was what that was for, but she was like, no, and then just did it. It's like screw it, I'll do it myself. So because that's how it always works for me when I was there. They pre-did that so they didn't have to waste time. So they just came in and drew the blood.
I don't know, man.
Is it your first time going into the hospital for dehydration? I know what I'm talking about. I've been twice.
I hope I never do it again.
Maybe this is what we'll talk about on the Radcast this week.
Oh man, rough. I can tell the whole harrowing tale.
Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll talk about other injuries that we've gotten over the years. That's what we'll talk about.
Oh, fun. Yeah. I've got a couple of those. All right, done.
Done. That's what we're talking about on this week on the Radcast. So with that,
tune in.
Tune into the Radcast. But first, Nicki Dimalanta, Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta.
Debatable.
Where can they find you online?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Dimmy. DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA. Show some love to that video I posted on both my Twitter and Instagram of I finally got the shield throw video done.
Yeah.
So go, it's doing really well.
Yeah.
So if those continue to do well, maybe I'll do more of those. I think I'm going to get into that rhythm of doing small little VFX shots, not like shorts, because shorts take a long time to write, edit, and stuff. But one shot effects will be a lot more doable. So maybe I'll start doing more of those. But follow me on Twitter and Instagram to find those. But if you're listening to this on audio form, please follow, feed, and rate us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner. See when we do other things on YouTube.
And those other things are the Radcast. This second episode comes out on Friday. We'll be talking about hospital visits.
Check it out.
Hospital
visits.
Should
be a lot of fun.
And personal injuries that we've gotten over the years should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll tell how they happen. It'll be great.
Fantastic. Anyways, thank you for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We'll see you next time.